Oh my gosh, I almost missed that. Hi everyone, how we doing? Sorry, you're getting full screen Moxie at the moment, purely because I haven't finished putting on my gloves. Yeah. Sorry. Hey Ocelot, how you doing? You're doing well today. I just put the last finishing touches on. Yeah, it'd be pretty early for you in the morning. It'd be like 9 almost. That one, and I think I'll just get some music on as well. I think we've all earned that. All right, let's switch over to the paint desk. Okay, so that should be working well, and then I think your mic might be cutting off a little. Oh no, hang on. It could be a proximity thing because I was maybe wandering a tad. How's this? Is this any better? Is it peaking? Is it cutting off? Or is this just what it needs to be? Yep, awesome. So last week we got a big chunk of work done on the brush holder. And I just wanted to finish up the eye here before we get started on something new. So, Ocelot, how you doing? How's life treating you this morning? Oh, I've been thinking about this all bloody week. Yeah, it's looking nice. I've got this and a whole tray of undead boyos to do, which I'll show you in a minute. I just want to get this black pupil done. Today I've got a bunch of game soundtracks in our playlist, as well as there's a Brisbane artist by the name of Epic who does a bunch of like Final Fantasy 1 inspired stuff. Should be copyright friendly. Should be at least. Yeah, just I almost view these as like co-working streams, but for being a weird goober and painting stuff. Like I work. Wake up way too early, but hopefully it helps sleep schedule. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm trying to fix mine as well. Oh boy, it's like a constant challenge. I accidentally went about 4 days without taking my antidepressants, and yesterday midway through playing Band of Blades my brain started to give out and I thought, oh crap, I've reduced these drugs. Maybe this is what happens when you reduce them, but no, I just forgotten. Yeah, day's going well. Caught a few streams this morning. Went and looked at some people playing some mech games that looked kind of fun. And I played the demo for the new Vampire Survivor-like? No. New game from the Vampire Survivors people, which is like a roguelike deck builder, which was fun. Honestly, I can't wait for that one to come out. Very much up my alley for something to play on the Steam Deck. But no, feeling good this morning. I don't feel like I'm dying like I did last night. And yeah, once I finish this eyeball off, I've got a brand new brush holder to add to my painting desk. And I get to start on my next project, which I'm very excited for. I'm really trying to get my local gaming group into OnePageRules, which if you're not in the wargaming community, which not many of you are, completely get it, basically takes all the models and like ideals of what Games Workshop 40k and Age of Sigmar and all that sort of stuff wants to be, but has become too corporatized to really be able to be anymore. So That's already looking amazing. So the goal is to like take that and make it incredibly accessible and miniature agnostic, so you don't have to buy all the minis all the time, which I'm very much enjoying. So what I've got on the desk in front of me, which I'll show you once I do this barnacle, is my my first little Warband collection of Undead, Vampiric Undead specifically, because I like zombies and vampires. Because I'm just a bit of a horror dork like that. Yeah. Alright, so on the desk, again, while I wait for this to dry, I've got a Blight King. This is like a skeleton lord. I've got 3 of these swords and shield guys to paint up. I've got, sorry, that's a spear and shield. I've got 3 spear and shield guys. I've got a sword and shield guy who's like a vampire knight. I've got a guy on a horsey. And I've got, because I wanted to have something for Holly to put on her desk, got our friend Sun Wukong ready to paint up and have us as a little bit of a display piece. Yeah, the Haunts is good. Oh, and of course, the ghouls. So I've got 3 of these as well. So, nice little squad of little dudes to paint, which I'm excited for. And I 3D printed all of the little handles. And as I was showing that off, we've had our first casualty, and this is why I don't like resin prints. We've lost half of Sun Wukong's iconic staff there, so I'll glue that together in one of the breaks. Do not let me forget. So that's what today's agenda is. Now, while that's going on, it happens. Oh, I just knocked him over again. Bloody hell. Sun Wukong, you klutz of a thing. You can sit over here. It doesn't help that I'm using new gloves that have really long fingers for my stumpy little hands, so... yeah. Just before that that orange dries, I'm gonna chuck in a little bit of yellow just to give it that tiny little bit more. I hope. I don't know if this is anywhere near something you're interested, Ocelot. Speaking to you as the active chatter. But if you have any questions at all at any point, just let me know. Used to watch 3D printing time lapses and draw. Yeah, well, this one in my hand is filament printed. So this was done on my 3D printer in the other room. Originally, it was meant to be like a can holder, but I made it a bit more narrow and deleted one of the pieces to make it just a brush holder. So it's just a bit nicer for me because I don't drink a lot of things out of cans. Not a big fan of like soft drink. Closest I get is an energy drink, and I only have those for D&D, and I feel like this is a bit much. I love doing crafts and painting stuff. Oh, you're beating a necklace! So is that what you're working on while watching? Because I love the idea of like cooperative body doubling crafting. So, well, that's got a little bit of moisture left. That's awesome, Ocelot. Holy shit, that makes me so happy. Yeah, so my plan here is just to do these last little finishing touch highlights. And then I think I'm done and I'm good to put this lot in here. Look at that eyeball. Oh, that shows up so well on camera. Fuck yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Well, you should show your progress pics on the Discord or on one of my various piles of garbage. Trash piles are always looking for more arts. And then these limpets are going to go well. I wish I had something that looked like sea moss that I could reliably put on here and not have fall off. It's easier on miniatures, but on bigger pieces like this, it can be really challenging. Alright. Oof. Thanks. What kind of what is it, beading? What kind of necklace is it that you're making? I find those things. I've not done jewelry making before. My main focus have generally been painting and textiles. I would have something knitted to show you, but I tend to give away all of my knitted works. And I don't know. I like the idea of starting afresh on something like this and showing hey, this is what I've made while on stream. Because a lot of my other painted work isn't quite so good. I'm still learning. I've only been doing this for a couple years. And I have that whole ADHD perfectionism brain, which sucks. Yeah, look at those. So, where's the other guys? That's what they look like before, all dirty and muddy, and then I just do a bit of a highlight, and boop. I have all these beads left over from a curtain I beaded, so I'm just trying to make random assortment. Oh, that's cute. Are you a bead wearing girl, or are these things that you use for gifts or other things? Now I gotta remember not to clean my brush and my coffee like I did last week. Really like this blue. Sorry, this white blue that I've chosen for these limpets. Bead girl is fun. I don't have much jewelry either. I unfortunately have some skin issues that make me allergic to my own sweat, so the most I can get away with is my leather watch that I tend to have to take off at night time. So this is an old estate sale watch that I picked up that is mechanically wound. Yeah, I'd really like to be able to wear more jewelry. I like the rattles and the sensory. I should try beads though, because I don't know, most of it's been like metals, and if I'm going to be honest, from my previous relationship, a lot of Levisa secondhand, which doesn't do the skin very well at all. I have a nice necklace that I wear out that my dad gave me for my 29th, that I wear sometimes, but I'm a am I elder millennial? Yeah, piercings it does sometimes. I used to have my nose pierced, and that would just flare up all the time. But I also just forget earrings that exist, and studs don't work very well in those regards, so I don't even know if my ears are still pierced. They probably are. I just haven't worn them for a while. I like the dangly and the hoopy earrings a lot, but I need to take them out all the time, and then I lose them, and I don't know where half of them are anymore, or they're cheap nonsense that hurt. It's that same thing that we get in the world at the moment, where everything feels like really cheap quality versions of stuff we should be able to buy, and my skin just can't handle it very well at all. You should see like my laptop. Or the stickers where my wrists lean. I'm pretty sure my sweat is somewhat acidic. It's like a really, really bad superpower. But hey, like, if I've thought about doing like paper beads and stuff, like macrame, not macrame, decoupage beads, which could be fun. But I just don't know what I'm doing. It's so alien to me. I'm much more comfortable like crocheting a sweater or a hoodie or something. So I am very much a winter girl, having to live in a Queensland summer. It's great. Chemist Warehouse sells somewhat affordable surgical steel. Okay, I think that's where Holly got her studs. I should go check them out. They're not too far. I've got the day off tomorrow, so that might be a good idea. I'm not sure. I'm not allergic to metals. It's the sweat that gets trapped under them. So the metals themselves are fine. Like I can, again, my watch. The issue isn't touching the metal. It's it being on my skin for a prolonged period of time. It's a weird one. They also flare up in stress, and trans femme in 2026. Stress is not exactly something you can manage easily. You can if you're painting. Days like this, oh my god, so good. Alright, I think our little friend is done. And this is why we have backup projects. So I've done the highlights on the barnacles. The eye looks good. Yeah, that's our boy done. Oh my gosh, that did not take long. Let's start with the king. So for these guys I'm thinking like purples. So I want to do these royal, like, in my mind, these guys are... Thank you. These guys are all like undead royalty who've been dragged back into existence. Whether it's like high echelons of royalty or just aligning themselves with them. So I want to do this nice deep purple color over everything. So I'm going to go over all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these guys and get all of their fabric in this purple color. And there's a lot of tatters and flowy fabricy bits. Some that I've added with green stuff, some that as part of the minis, or some that's been kit bashed in. So, little fun bits. So, he wasn't far off. I don't think there's much more. He's got some bat wings. He's got fur. I don't think fur is often purple. Alright, we'll leave him there. I'm going to go on to his next dude. Yeah. So last night I managed to hang out and play a new game to me. A new tabletop game. My Tuesday Lancer group are doing Monday Band of Blades while they wait for one of their normal D&D group to come back from study. And they just thought I might enjoy it. And you know what? It's kind of interesting. The game itself plays like a board game. It's called Band of Blades, so it's based on a game called Blades in the Dark, which is again based on something called Powered by the Apocalypse. I don't know. This section of the hobby gets really really funny and convoluted. I don't think I'd run it. I don't think I'd seek it because it's like a Napoleonic era survivor war crap, and that can be good, but I don't know, it feels like you know how those memes went around a few years ago of men only think about one thing, it's the Roman Empire. It kind of feels like that. I feel like I'm not the demographic for it. If it was something like ghosts or magic or even just something a bit more supernatural would be nicer, because I got to play a medic where most of the abilities are based on things like praying to a god, And because I've been reading The Deeds of Paxenarian by Elizabeth Moon lately, I thought, oh, so if I pray hard enough, that'll fix it. I can actually, like, heal people. But no, it just means that the uneducated villager types don't shun me because I worship their god too, which is not exactly helpful. Like, I thought I'd be able to do things like close my eyes and be able to zero in on the nearest church to orient myself or something like that. But no, I just made a promise not to harm people, and that's it. So, not exactly like disappointed. It's just not creative enough, you know? I like being able to interpret something and be able to work with the GM and the other players to figure out, hey, do you think this would work like this? I've promised my soul to this god. Surely that would give me something in return. No? Alright. I'm learning that I do really well in groups where the GM prefers to say, yes, it's just not demure. Though I don't know if I describe myself as demure, but I'm taking it. I like some war stuff. Like I said, Deeds of Paxenarian, and like, I don't know. I'd prefer to learn about the people in the war, or understand the challenges and the ideals and stuff like that. The big picture stuff. But this is like, we're surviving this unnamed thing called the Blight. My aura is plenty demure. Fuck yeah. Yeah, you're surviving this unnameable blight that's turning people into zombies, but the zombies can still like shoot guns and talk and stuff, so my brain is interpreting the don't hurt a person as don't hurt someone that is not completely like rotten as like a zombie. But that was not really a concept that the others agreed with as much. So I don't know. I still want to go back. I want to keep trying it, but also you don't have a character. You have like a guy that you can control at the onset to manage things. So I'm the company's spy master, but the spy master never plays. The spy master just organizes. When you play, you have a bunch of other like roles that you pick up and control, but it's not as roleplay heavy. It's just, I don't know, it plays a bit like a board game, and I think that's how I'll think about it. Like, it's a board game we play together rather than a TTRPG. Okay. So, he's got purple pants, which is great, but he's also got all these little symbols on his shield and on his sword. But I think I'll do that in the bronze and gold when I get to it. I've not done batch painting like this in a while. I don't think I could do like a full army, because I tend to collect things that are quite numerous. So when it comes to the sci-fi side of things, I tend to play the Tyranid style factions, like bugs and dinosaur alien creatures that horde and swarm. So like your Zerg rushing, or your I don't know, Borg and stuff like that, which means one squad is 30 guys, and that's a lot. And patch painting 30 guys feels like a great deal. So I'm treating this myself as like, this is the whole squad that I need to play a 150 point game, which at an entry level, that's pretty good. You don't need to really do too much. One of the other factions I collect in the fantasy space are like the god-touched special boys for fantasy. They're called Stormcast Eternals in the Warhammer space, but the OnePageRules lot call them the Eternal Wardens. They're basically demigods who are constantly being called to fight. And for 150 points of them on the table, it's like 3 dudes. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9 dudes. So it's a little different, but I don't know. My brain can't really shake the, why would I spend $150 on 4 guys when I could spend $150 on 40 guys? And that's what drew me to the Tyrannid lot. Gosh, purple. I'm also trying to get used to yeah, right? It's hard to not look at it as an economic problem when you're looking at Games Workshop, because they price things based on army points, not model. Yeah, right? Which is why I really like the mini agnostic stuff, because I can use these skeleton guys, which are Games Workshop, to play any number of things. Now I've got skeletons if I play D&D in person and want to put some guys on the table. I've also got skeleton guys for OnePageRules, or 5 Leagues from the Borderlands, or what's some of the others? Technically I could play this with Death Wizards and things like that, which is great. I'm going to have a great time. And these are going to go into my collection and be useful and played with, and not just for that one game that one company decides to release and then change the rules up on. I can play Mordheim too, which is why I did the square bases. These are 3D printed square bases that I'm enjoying making. I'm really enjoying the 3D printing side of things. I just finished a really large project yesterday, a GM's cube, which is about 25 by 25 inches. No, that's too big. I don't know. It's about that by that. So what's that? 30 centimeters squared. Yeah. So it's a foot and a foot. So it's 12 and 12. And it sits as a cube, and then you can unfold it into a Game Master's screen. There's storage on the inside, dice, trackers, all sorts, and it's all 3D printed and stuff I can just paint. Yeah, it took about 12 days, I think, from all the individual pieces. It's not one solid block, it's a whole bunch of interconnected pieces, but oh my gosh, I had to use like a project structure for it. And I had a list of all the bits I had to print, and then halfway through I got bored and wanted to make something else, then had to talk myself out of it. All sorts of fun stuff, because constantly having to fight the ADHD as I go with projects like that. Yeah. Because in the interim, I also printed some shipping container cases for Battletech, because I'm going to a Battletech tournament in, oh gosh, I want to say April, May, and I want to be able to like pack everything up and take it. And I want to practice with my friends and actually figure out how to play the game. Oh yeah, projects are so hard. It's a big part of why I did the streaming stuff, because I constantly have these lists of games I want to sit down and complete the story of, to like experience them and say that I've done them. And then once I make the list, I buy more games thinking, oh cool, I can add this to the list. And then the list never gets touched, or I start something, get bored and stop, and then who knows. Like I've tried Ni no Kuni a few times, I've tried all the personas I have access to. And I don't know. I'm finding that doing Twitch is helping that tremendously. So I'm gonna just keep doing that. Alright. while I've got a moment, I am actually going to go and grab the big cube because big cube is important and I'm a little proud of it. So one moment. Do I have camera room for this? Big cube! Alright, let's move this. So, this is our little device. I'm going to move the guy because I don't want to spill him. So it's in a bunch of pieces. The top lid, they all just sit on. The top lid is like a counter, so you can like spin them to do your 10s and your zeros. There's storage in there, and then each of the side panels are connected with 3D printed hinges that fold out to do a bunch of other stuff. Yeah. And then the bottom's a dice tray. And I'm really happy with it, but I want to sit down and paint all the sides because they're all done up like a castle. I think there's something really cool about rocking up to a D&D session and being like, I brought the cube, don't worry. So that's the goal, I think, is to bring the cube. Okay. So freaking cool. Yeah, it's taken a while, but I'm quite proud of it. I'm going to work towards finish. There's a whole bunch of other parts that I've got printed that still need some cleaning up because I painted during a really big humidity spike. Sorry, not painted. I printed during a humidity spike, and that caused a lot of stringing. So everything looks like spiders have been living in it for months, but it's just really thin plastic. Yeah. Showing off to me, like, yeah, it is. It's exciting. Hi, Holly. How you doing? At the moment, I'm doing some board game inserts because I've got a big collection over in the corner. That I really want to have some decent inserts on. So the moment I am printing an insert for a game called Boss Monster, which I don't think I've made Holly play yet, but I really want to. Speaking of board games, you got lost in DS9? Yeah, I'm not shocked. You just hit the start of season 4. That's when shit gets good. Well, it only was a cube yesterday, so the last thing I printed was all the hinges, so I've just been showing her like panels and boxes and stuff. And I've got a little... I got like these little things, which are... come on. Dice. It's a little dice container with a bit of felt in there so you can roll your dice in it. I made one for me and one for Holly. So stuff like that I've been slowly building. But yeah, I'm a big fan of 3D printing. You're a sweetie. Yeah, so I've just been, I don't know, it's been a really good hobby for me. It's encouraging me to think of solutions to problems instead of just buying something I think will fit the solution, to fit the problem. So like containers and stuff for storage, and I broke my pill bottle the other day, so I designed and printed one that's got all the stuff in it, and then I didn't want to paint it, so this is just Sharpie. But no, I've got all sorts of little solutions to things, and it's been really nice. Kept my creative juices flowing when I couldn't use screens too much, and now that I can talk about it and show it off a little and paint it. I won't fuck with the resin stuff because both Holly and I are super sensitive, and I don't want to feel like we live in the most sensory nightmare of a nail salon to exist. I can't even walk past the bloody things. I can't imagine what it would be like to have a printer in your house. Yeah, so still going with the purple clothing. I think this will add a bit of cohesion to the army as a whole. So I got a bunch of undead that I want to do. Are you bones or are you clothes? Yeah, I'll decide later. Yeah, so purple. Purple coming nice. Alright, we got 3 more. Ah! Shit. How's the beating going, Ocelot? I like the idea of people crafting along with me. It's like an old school knitting circle. And this is where the crone in me comes out, I suppose. The odd early middle-aged, well, let's be honest, actively middle-aged trans desire to join the Country Women's Association. Just figured out the pattern now, just repeating it. Yeah. Are you going off of a written pattern, or are you just eyeballing it and coming up with stuff? What is this song? Oh, this is the... Yeah, okay. That's so impressive. I can't make up patterns yet. I'm slowly getting there. But I've been knitting and crocheting for years and years and years, and patterns are still something I need to... I need to find and follow. The closest I've been getting to making my own is the 3D printing designs, but that's, again, it feels different. That's so impressive, Ocelot. That looks like a bracer, which will make metal. It's really interesting painting like rotters and figuring out, hey, is that some guy's skin? Is that a hand? Is that exposed bone? And realistically, I think I can just decide. It's very strange, though. Very, very strange. I might, when we get the Kofi alert, I'll, go get some super glue and fix up some Wukong. And try really hard not to knock him over gently so he snaps again. I always wanted to learn to knit, but I only managed to do small square until I was like, oh, doing anything else besides straight rows is too complicated. Oh, you are absolutely on the money there. Holy shit. I struggle so much with knitting. I did a bunch of clothes this Christmas gone for my my nephews, and at that scale, still really complicated. I can do crochet because it feels more like sculpture than like weaving, I suppose. But still, it's yeah. If you found knitting anything other than that too tricky, I'd really recommend crochet or loom knitting. I've been having a little bit of fun with loom knitting lately. Make beanies and stuff with loom knitting is fairly easy. Alright, purple dude done. This guy's all rags, so that's very easy. But it does mean I got to do some dirt on the boy later. So someone remind me to do boy dirt. We got our candy order in today, just before stream, so I have a big jar of jelly beans behind me, and we've got a whole kilo of sherbet lemons downstairs. And the oh, I should give crocheting a try. I've always wanted. Yeah, no. Crocheting's a lot more forgiving because if you drop a loop, you're only dealing with one loop at a time. Like, you're not going to skip a stitch somewhere. It's it can be a lot kinder, and you can just play with shapes a lot more. I made, when Holly and I first started dating, I think our first winter together, I made her a crochet granny square hoodie, which took ages, but oh my gosh, was it easy to do. Crochet can be a lot easier for like when you're watching TV or streaming or something. I could easily do a crochet stream too. That's not a bad idea. Crafty bullshit. Crafty bullshit streams. Where everyone else brings their crafty bullshit to do while they watch. Sorry. But no, seriously, crochet is one of the more fun things that I've done, and you can produce some really cool results. I'll have to get a photo of it together when we start wearing warm clothes again someday. It'll happen one day, I'm sure of it. Again, love being a middle-aged trans femme in Australia, wanting to join the Country Women's Association, and also really loving warm woolen clothes that I can't wear unless it's like 12 degrees, which it happens for about a week of the year in Queensland. Oh, coffee. If anyone has any song requests as well, let me know and I'll see what I can do. I just pick video game soundtracks and cool stuff that I've got that I bought from Bandcamp that hopefully won't be upset if I upload VODs to YouTube. It's always a tricky thing. I'm so new at this, and I'm not too worried about copyright stuff on Twitch anymore, now that I know I'm not going to make affiliate. So, go nuts. But when it comes to like YouTube, I still want to be able to put the VODs up there in their complete form, and I don't want them to mute stuff here. Play CBAT. I mean, I'll add it to the list. I don't know what CBAT is. Or do I? And I am going to tell myself that you showed me something I wasn't paying attention to. And if so, I'm sorry. Come on. Like, I've thought about getting the the Morrowind remixes. I heard oh gosh, I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Miss Marika the other day, listening to the Naravar song, and I was like, oh fuck. Gosh, I wish Bethesda wasn't owned by Microsoft so I could play Morrowind again. One day the monopolies. It's a song that one guy insisted fucking to. Oh god. Yep, now I remember. Thank you. Oh fuck, Holly. Alright, we have Purple Tatters Man. It is the man of purple tatters. And now comes the piece that I've been dreading. The haunts. There's so much on here, my lord. Need a little bit more water on the palette. Excuse me. There we go. So much purple. Oh, Holly, before you joined, we finished the squid. So he im's all done. Imagine fucking to jazz fusion. See, the one I heard, and I caught this on FM radio of all places, was people talking about losing their virginity to Elephant by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, which has the lyrics, just swinging your big grey trunk like an elephant, in a very, like, I'm wagging my dick at you kind of rhythm, which is a very specific kind of rhythm that you'll know when you hear it. Feels a bit sexual assaulty, but hey, each to their own, I guess. She seemed into it on the radio program. Haunts, 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 haunts. Alright, purple tatters, purple tatters. Horse and boy both share purple tatters. Very good. Very delicate. Very demure. Wonder if I could use the horse for, because I have a few of these. Wonder if I could use them for Turnip 28. No, I should do my own project for that. Absolutely should. Rattlesnake would be a workout. Yeah, I mean, there'd be a lot. Personally, I've always found the idea of fucking to the band Butthole Surfers to be really entertaining, purely because of the band's name, not for any, like, particular reason. I just think it'd be funny. And, you know, it should always be said that in this household, sex and humor go well together. If anyone takes one look at me, it's hard not to break out into laughter. It's okay, Holly, you don't have to come up and get me. That was a tangent. Now I don't know where I was going. Damn it. Got distracted. No. You've not seen me, Ocelot. How could you possibly know? Hey! I don't have to, but I will. There's a camera over there. I'd come and get you right now. It's not pointing at my face.
I know, but
it's too close for comfort.
it's like iron, you know. If I get too close, it might dissolve.
Ocelot says, "Get her." Oh my gosh. It's so strange. We're a streamer household now. In fact, on Thursday, we will be streaming at the same time, so some of you may have to choose. We'll both be down by one viewer. A whole viewer, the worst number. Okay, I did his little hat thing. These little... I don't know. The I'm a Special Boy hairpiece. Purple as well, which is nice. Alright. Gosh. I do a lot of purple, don't I? Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair. I really struggle with multiple stream audio going at once. I can barely stand one stream audio going at once if I'm not in the right headspace. So that's honestly a little impressive, Ocelot. But I'm very, very thankful that you do, because I don't know, it's nice having a person who can come in and chat and gets it. Whoop. Okay. I need to make sure I do a good clean tonight, because this brush is soaked in purple. But luckily, haunts are actually a lot easier than I was expecting. Actually, is that angle okay? Is it still... Is it... oh, I mute the other tabs I couldn't handle. Yeah. I've seen Holly watching two simultaneously, and my brain couldn't handle it. So sometimes I need to take a break from streams and go and watch like a YouTube video, or I've been watching a lot of Stargate lately, and watching an episode of Stargate while the other thing is really, really quiet. I still miss all of it, but that's about as much as I can do. Alright. So I've got some like mud wash, which I think I'm going to put over all of the purple once I get the decent. I can do up to 4, but not for long. Good lord. It wasn't that long ago, I would say probably 2021, 2022, where I could listen to podcasts at near 3 times speed, and still retain everything. But gosh, it was such an effort. I don't do any at more than 1 time speed anymore, just because I've gotten used to taking my time with stuff and not feeling like I'm in such a rush. I've really mellowed out since leaving the corporate world. I should probably reflect on that a little. I think the arts are going to be a lot more comfortable for me overall, but you know, money's not exactly an easy thing to come by doing this kind of gig. Oh. Oh, that's actually really cool. There's a little bit of fabric sticking out from under the rear armor and going along the pelvis, like the empty pelvis bone back here. I don't know if you can see that just here. At the end of this, I'll make sure I do a nice rotated photo. You get overstimulated by too many voices, but if I balance the auto properly, it works. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It wouldn't be too hard to do that, I suppose. Purple on you. There. I knew there was more. I wish Instagram wasn't so fucked, because I'd really like to be able to share this sort of work somewhere. I'm still gonna do it on stuff like on Masto, but I don't know. It's not really built for it on your phone. We really are getting back to old internet. Maybe I should do a gallery on my new Neo Cities website. That's just this sort of stuff. That could be kind of fun. Got tassels on your sword there, buddy. They're going to be purple too. Can't bring tassels and not have them purple, I'm sorry. Such a flimsy hairpiece. This is absolutely going to break. Not today, though, not today. Okay. Now, once I get... This is the last little bit of purple I'm going to do. And once I finish up here, I am going to find... I'm pretty sure I have some gloss finishing varnish for the squid components of my cup. Then we should be done. Here's hoping. Alright. Why settle for grey when purple is an available colour? Exactly! See? Look how much better that is. Alright. Now, one moment while I find this. Okay, that was easy. Purple. So, I'm going to use this glaze medium, which should mean that whatever I paint it on, when it dries, should remain glossy and fun. And we're going to use the fat brush to mix together and do the eyeball and all of the squid. Please dry clear, for the love of God, please dry clear. I don't need this weird white spaffy color on my bottle. Oh God. Oh God, I hope I didn't just ruin this. Oh no. I can't stop now, I've already started. Oh. Oh. All of the squid. All of him must be shiny. We'll see, Ocelot. I don't mind stripping it and repainting it, because it was fun, but I'd rather not need to. Like, look at that. Alright, I'll put it in the corner and we'll not look at it for a while, okay? Once I finish up all of the tentacles, we're going to ignore it, which is the best way for us to handle our problems, audience. We've got to ignore them until they stop looking like cum. These are the wisdoms for today. Yeah, but it needs to be real glossy, and it doesn't like... We'll see. We'll see how we go. Oh, gosh. It's okay. We're nearly done. Nearly done. And then I can take a break, do a bit of super gluing, top up my coffee, and get a snack. Because I had a little itty-bitty baby lunch because I couldn't decide what I wanted. So I only had a small packet of the Aldi Bega mac and cheese, and the water all evaporated. So when I mixed in the cheese powder, it was just really disappointing texturally. But I made Holly a little pizza, so I still got to satisfy on my girl, which is what I want, because I often struggle to figure out what the fuck I want to eat, but I want to make sure that Holly eats something, because at the very least I feel hunger. She does not, and she gets cranky when she's hungry, and I don't like a cranky girlfriend. I don't think anyone really does. All right, we're gonna let cum eye dry a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed. Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, snack. All right, everyone, it is time for our first official break. I am gonna pop us over to zine time. Make sure you get up and stretch. It's very important to do so. Go to the bathroom, get a snack, and if you're interested, check the social links out below. This channel's going to be ad-free forever now, thanks to Twitch's wonderful decision-making skills. And I think if you feel like throwing a couple dollars my way, that'd be great. But hey, not a requirement. Anywho, enjoy the scenes, and if you're crafting along at home, please share your works in progress. Bye. Okay, welcome back everyone. Welcome back. Holly pointed out to me that the gloves that I am wearing, who knows, tore on the inside finger. These dastardly, cheap little bastards. I've been trying to find gloves for the last little while, and they're so tricky to find ones that are like decent for painting, a little bit elasticized, but actually don't do this, where I've got the extra like condominies. I don't know what to call them. Come on. This is the Moria grunts into a microphone while trying to get her finger into a hole stream. There we go. Okay. So we done purples. Happy for first round of purples. Now comes the fun time. So, dealing with skellies. I've got to grab... Generally what I like to do is get the bones with a white and then a... Egg, hello, welcome! And yes, Holly, I know. I like to drop those ones for you as well. Gotta tee them up so she can knock them down. The largest component on all these are probably their armor. So I'm just going to grab some metal. Sorry. I should have really like done my shopping, so to speak, from my paint basket before coming over here. But hey, I'm going to do some lead belcher, which is a very, very common Warhammer color. But it will do for us today. Just get the basis of all the metals and sparklies down. How are you doing today, Egg? It's good to see you. And hope life is treating you well and everything's coming up Millhouse. That's what I should do. I should put on dank pods. Do I have any dank pods? Maybe in the break. Next break, dank pods added to the list. You heard it here first. Oh, Ocelot, were you not feeling well? Sorry to hear that. All the good people. Oh, I'm not playing music. Oh, you fool. No, you silly girl. Silly, silly girl. Next track. There we go. I muted it because all I can do on this OS is desktop audio. So once I finish stream tonight, I'm reinstalling Linux Mint. Going off of Manjaro. Works being a shit show with us playing in the next few months. So it's something. I'm sorry to hear that, Hawk. Yeah, no, sorry to hear that, Egg. That's really shit. Corporate bullshit, I'm guessing. Things are getting harder for a lot of people, and I was hoping you weren't going to be one of them. But we're glad you're here. Very, very glad you're here. Planning in moving. Oh, you're having to shift locales. Ugh. Yeah, fuck that. That's a lot. Is that a tombstone? Are you standing on a tombstone, buddy? That's sick as hell. Happy herbal meds are always a good sign. You deserve the relaxation if your body's not doing the best. Oh, hey, that's kind of cool, actually. Though I imagine that would mean that work from home is physically impossible if they're purchasing real estate at this point. Oof. Yeah, that's rough. And I imagine deliverables aren't exactly pausing during that time. Or at least not completely pausing. Boom, 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 boom. Dum, Alright, you Dorcas, what do we got? Can't do remote anyway due to all the equipment you require. Yeah. No, I know that feeling. Just gonna do basic silver, I think, on everything to start with. He's got these, like, bat wing elements as well, which are really cool. I'm gonna probably put those up in, like, a bronzy gold when I get to it. But the part I'm really looking forward to this lot is I have some rust color pigment powder that I really want to use. I think I'm going to be able to use it on him because I don't think that the undead should look clean and ready to go. They need to be fucked up, like really fucked up. Technical term. Is this a pirate song? What is this? It's kind of nice. One of the albums we're listening to, which is this one at the moment, is actually from a new game I picked up. That is a duck, a rubber duck card battler. I'll get the name for it in a sec for you. But the music is what sold me, and this wasn't one of the songs. But gosh, it's still going. Still definitely adding to the list of reasons I'm happy I picked it up. I've relapsed a little into doom scrolling and like hyper fixating on the news and stuff, so I'm trying to get back into using my Steam Deck more frequently and my my mini handheld video game thingies to try and curb that. So having a little duck card battler is absolutely helping. All right, little bastard's nearly finished, but I found a few bits of purple I missed. Oh, no, that's pants. That's kneecap. That's funny little boot. All right, now I know you. Oh, this one's tricky. This one's real tricky. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Like every time I open YouTube, it's got like it's got all of the Trump stuff and all the Epstein stuff, and I'm just sick of it. Like it's all garbage. And anyone who knows me outside of anyone that knows me in Meat Space has probably heard me talk about I don't want to try and keep up with the Trump story because I think it'll make a better book at the end. Right, sea egg. But I keep finding myself getting updates trying to find out, oh shit, is the guy gonna die soon? Is he gonna get some sort of comeuppance? But hey, We can hold our breath for that forever. At the moment, just trying to get back into doing things that I actually enjoy. So I've been thinking about picking up on the emulator handheld thing that I have, the Yu-Gi-Oh games for the Game Boy Advance, and just maybe focusing on some retro achievements on those, because I think that'd be fun. Arunda, hello, welcome. We're painting a Haunts, except it's a skeleton Haunts. Doing okay. Talking about being addicted to the news and trying to use video games as a method to curb that somewhat. And that the whole like Trump story will be far better. Like, how good's Skelly Horse? The Trump story will be far better to read in hindsight than in concurrency. Like, I'm a queer in a different country. It affects me greatly, but also not as greatly as those that are in that country. And I'd rather talk to my friends who are in those situations than simply trying to witness everything as some sort of strange survivorship biases. But hey, tail and an armor's on. So I'm currently we did the horse, the purple for the fabrics, and now I'm just finding all the metal bits and getting them a very light coat of silver to start us off with. I like to build up from big panels and slowly get into the more detailed work as we go, because this way I shouldn't get distracted, which is my greatest enemy when it comes to painting. Hence, really enjoying doing shit like this on stream, where I can actually focus and finish things. Alright, good news. It looks like squid is slowly drying. Squid is getting a glaze slowly drying over the fleshy bits, so it stays permanently shiny. But the eye is finished. All that white will dry clear. But Squid Sin Bucket is basically done, which is why we've gone on to Skellies. And I was showing off some 3D printed stuff that I had done as well, because I am a child and I like to show my toys to my friends. Look at this cool thing I got. Look at this nice thing I drew. Look at this awesome thing I made. You know? I may be an adult, but I really shouldn't be considered one. That's a clavicle. I shouldn't be painting that silver. That is a bridle. That's fine. And we've got a little helmet. Where the fuck does that end? There. Good. Fuck, skeleton horse with plate armor. It's really bloody hard to tell where the horse starts and the armor begins. Stops and the armor begins. Showing cool things off. Yeah, it like sharing the things you love with the people that matter to you. In like that's why I really like the body double streams when I can get on them, and hopping in on chat with people in both Holly and Kiki's Discords. And I don't know, people are fun. I like people. I don't like people in general, but I like personses. There's probably a better way to put that, but they're my lovely little groovers that I keep as a circle are fan-fucking-tastic. And I could honestly do this forever. This idea of sharing and creating and stuff. I also might have a treat for us later on in the stream, because boss monsters insert is nearly done. So we might be able to put that together as a little bit of a point of entertainment. Who knows? I'd also like to remind people that persons does sound like a golem world. Yeah, but like people as a whole, really shit. Individual people, great. But if I want to say I like a group of the people that are individuals, that's really hard. So persons is exactly what we're going to go with. Gosh, inventing words out here. Alright. Horse armor is done on one side, I think. It's a lot of little, like... a lot of bits of hardware on the horse that I need to polish up. But that might be easier done at the end. Yeah, that's a saddle. I don't need to paint that yet. Good lord. Is this on FTL? Gosh, I need to play that. Oh, Harunda, I'm not sure if it's the sort of game you enjoy, but I played the demo to the new game by the Vampire Survivors devs this morning. It is a roguelike card battler using the same structure, and it's really quite fun. It's like somewhere between Slay the Spire and a old school dungeon crawler. It's got a cool vibe. I can't wait for the full game to come out, but Next Fest has given us some really interesting games. One of which I do plan on streaming, which is just I think it's just called Find the Raccoon, where it's like hidden raccoons all in like a Hidden Folks style game, and I gotta do it. I just gotta do it. I gotta represent, you know? Ball X. What's Ball X pitting? I've never played Inscription, but I like Slay the Spire. I have a soft spot for card games, specifically digital card games. And back in the day, I used to play a lot of like Magic the Gathering Arena and Hearthstone, and even had a bit of fun with Rune Terror. But those are either on the BDS list, or I don't appreciate their practices because I don't want to endorse Wizards of the Coast anymore, which is why I don't do like D&D. The closest I can say to like I buy company stuff. There's another game by the devs. Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out. Do I have a notepad? You know what? I do. Let's grab that. Got a tiny little guy. It's my ideas book. Oh no, I can't reach anything. Pen. In my fun little drawer of tricks, I'm sure I have one that isn't a Sharpie. Come on. Oh my gosh. Alright everyone, you want to see how much of a dork your favorite raccoon is? The only pen I have within reach is a dip fountain pen. So, bottle of ink from the lovely Mark of Beards. Does anyone in chat have a Patreon? A patron? What do you mean by patron? Oh, that lid is... I'm just going to find a better one. Not to give, but just an account. I do. So I have an account that I use for a few podcasts that I engage with fairly regularly. I also use them for following people on like the OnePageRules guys, because that's a game I play, as well as a few other little dorks. Ah, no! I got white on me. Ball X pit. Okay. And credit to Ocelot. Done. It is high quality. I've used a few of it. It's just if I haven't opened it before, it's got a rubber stopper. Ow. Sorry if you what? A Patreon gifty? Yeah, it's in. If you're looking for a link to it, it's down in the description below. Post it in the Discord, and whoever redeems it gets it. Okay. I don't know what that is, but hey, thank you. I think. What's a gifty? Oh, you doing a gift? Hey, are you doing a gift subscription? Why am I not getting alerts for that? Ah. Also, hi Mark, how you doing? Oh my gosh. You're such a sweetie. Alright. And just for anyone that's like curious, there is no difference between paid and unpaid Patreon posts with me. Just because I don't think I want to value audience members by whether or not they give cash. That doesn't sit well with me ethically, and not having Twitch ads also helps that. I'm good. That's good. That's good. Just so you know, Mark, you have inspired me, and I'm doing a Vampire Counts OnePageRules group. Whether or not I get to play it is a different question, but I have picked up a not totally true sure blush review. Hey! Stop giving people ammunition. Oh dear. Yeah, no, I'm enjoying this, and when it comes to things like I said, everyone's kind of equal in my. Stop it. Holly, you're such a mean little fae. The trickster in you is stronger than I think anyone realizes. Me most of all. Now I want to play with this rust stuff later, because I think it'll be fun. Oof. Maybe Patreon can be where I post the completed pictures as well. So if you want to see some iPhone quality completed painting, just head on over to the link in the panels below. I shouldn't be bothering you with too many things, but I am curious as to the difference in what's the term? Regulation between Twitch and Patreon streams, because I think I've heard of people doing movie watch parties on Patreon, and I don't legally understand how that's possible, but hey. I'm still new at this. Look at these little guys. I love the Skelly Boys. The Skelly Boys are great. They're so fun. They're so pretty. Gosh darn it. So I'm realizing as I'm doing this that I might not be as good as I once thought I was. But that's good. That means I have an opportunity to improve. What color goes with purple? What's the contrasting color for purple again? Did we do this already? It's yellow? Which I guess with metallics works out well, because then I can just do gold on certain things and make it look like rusted stuff later. And got the shoulder pads. Lots and lots of shoulder pads. Orange? I think it has to be primary, doesn't it? Like a secondary color is contrasting with a primary. I need to get like a wheel, like a color wheel. I'm pretty sure like that's why red and green, because green's a secondary. It is yellow? Awesome. So then I'll make it gold. So we'll deal with the gold a bit later. So there's lots of these little like chainmail links and rings and stuff. I'm mostly looking for a contrast so I can figure out what to do with these big wings on his helmet, because I think if they were contrasting it'd be really good. Alright, I think that's all the metal done on Hans. Oh. So I may have made a mistake. During the break, I went downstairs and Holly bullied me a little bit. Color wheel that doubles as a mini. Spin that wheel! I'll have to have a look. I bet that's out there somewhere. I should make a paint your own color wheel. I'm sure there's like a 3D print somewhere for that. Yeah, so I went downstairs, Holly bullied me, I grabbed a more coffee, came back up and got stuck right into it. Completely forgot that I needed to pee, so I'm going to go and quickly do that now before I wet myself on camera for free. And yeah, I'll be back in a minute. I'll leave you all up here because it's not an official break, it's just a temporary one. You can even hear me, because I think that's important. I'm glad you caught that, Holly. That one was for you. Oh dear. So I hear, well, I'm going to assume actually that some of you are knee deep in Project Gorgon still. Looking at it, I would say Holly definitely at the moment. Harunda has only... Oh, you might be home. You might be in it. I don't think Egg is going to at the moment. However... God damn, I missed more! Oh, I missed so much purple. I'm glad I'm doing a second pass at this. I suspect a lot of my audience are playing... Gorgon while I paint, which hell yeah, so happy for that. You're on the bus still. Almost got it. One day I'll be right. You'll see. You'll all see. Eh. Oh, what's this song? Oh, this is this is still the Rubby Ducky song. Sorry, back again, work being work. I hope it gets easier for you. You deserve a lot more. My coffee's gone cold. This is the worst day ever. No, this is fucked. This is easy. I'm sitting here painting guys and talking to friends. This is amazing. Got skellies coming together. This one's got a sword and a shield in that. And a funny little helmet that I'm going to make gold, maybe. Not to mention I've got a bunch of little robot guys at some point. Which, I don't know. Maybe on Friday I'll paint robot guys? Maybe? Who knows? Eh. Look at all my little ratties. One of the things I'm most happy that I did for this stream was to make all the little rats. I hope they're okay and they're not making anyone feel uncomfortable. But I needed some creatures to go in the trash bags. Well, to go in the trash bags with me. And the ratties are so cute. Bunch of little Roberts. Bobs. Like, oh, gosh. Holly and I went to a local stand-up comedian for straight people. It wasn't for straight people. The audience was just straight people. And he kept going on about how much he wanted to fuck Robert Owen. And I have no idea why. Still to this day. It was like one of his main bits. Like, let's all acknowledge the fact that I really would like to fuck that man. It's like, okay. Are you trying to... Is that funny? Because I'm sure there's lots of people that would like to have sex with Robert Owen. I'm sure there's lots of people that would have liked to have sex with his dad more. But it's just... Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand... I don't understand comedy for the Australian white male. Like, I know there's a lot of people who enjoy Carl Urban. No, not Carl Urban. Is it Carl Urban? Invited to go to Moxie's friend. We didn't. Yeah, it was me trying to be nice to friend, which I enjoy. Like, I like being nice to a friend, but it's really fun to be nice to friend and then realize halfway through, oh no, friend has bad taste. Though, to be fair, that guy almost did get stabbed by a local called Wheels. Who was heckling him throughout the entire thing. Core memory re-unlocked by Harunda saying the word Robert. So thank you. Apparently, if you say Robert to me, I think about someone wanting to fuck Robert Owen, which is a healthy, normal leap of logic. Or at least that's what I'm going to tell myself. Because otherwise it's not fun in here. Yeah, Wheels was scary. He was called Wheels because he sold stolen cars. Which we found out at the comedy show. Yeah. It was a time. Alright. That looks like metal. Looks like a dagger you've got at your side there, my friend. Oh, and you're wearing shoes! Oh, who'd have thought a skeleton wearing shoes in this day and age? What's the world coming to? People could use those shoes and you barely use your feet. I don't know. I am starting to understand why I don't do batch painting. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is taking a little while. Making my brain go brrrr. Brrrr. It's coming together. I'm a slow painter, which you may have figured out. It took me 4 hours to do the base coats on Big Squiddy over there. and we're up to an hour and a half, and I've done 2 colors on 5 guys. Batch painting is the worst. It's awful. It's bloody awful, and you feel like you're losing your composure every second of it. I just want to paint a different color other than silver for 2 minutes, but then I gotta wash my brush and find... Yeah, go burr. I'm really impressed with your emoji game, Ocelot. What the fuck? That's so impressive. Shoe usage? This part of the country at this time of year centered entirely around your little piggly wigglies. Memes peaked then, Holly, I think. I think that was the start of the downfall. Yeah, I'm doing... I don't know if you were here for it, Mark, but I'm doing this lot. I've got the tray. It's my full 150 point list, and it's not even the full list. I still have 3 guys that I couldn't fit on the tray. I think I might print up another tray that's just 4 instead of the full 8, because 8's a lot. 8 is a lot. Are you wearing shoes? Yeah, you're wearing shoes. You just... Dude's got exposed shin bones. It's hard to tell if you're wearing boots if you got exposed shin bones. Just pro tip for everyone out there. Oh gosh. That one. Right. He's looking alright. Gosh, the focal. I need a better camera. Check this blurry mess out. How good's that? What the fuck? I hope this is entertaining if you can't see it all properly. I'm having fun, but I could paint on my own. Actually, no, that's a lie. I struggle to do this on my own. You're body doubling for me, whether or not you know it. This is working really well for that, but the blue blur himself, he's purple. He's a purple blur ocelot, you know this. Oh, Sonic, right, never mind. Maybe I should get a Sonic the Hedgehog thing to paint. Paint up a little Sonic boy. And his best friend, Big. Oh, this is chill. What's this? Again, it's that fucking song. I gotta play this game. I think that's what I'm gonna do tonight after Lancer. Sit down and play Duck Game. While reinstalling an operating system and reconfiguring my OBS. It's making the job applications bearable. Oh, is that still going? I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad I can make something a little more bearable for you, though. Why won't you take my money on Ko-fi? I don't know. It's meant to work. I'm sorry. Let me see. Let me just do some troubleshooting. Let's see if I can do this without a keyboard, because the keyboard's behind all this crap. I'd need to go to my Twitch. Let's mute this before I create a double loop feedback loop of loop feedback. I don't know. I wasn't trying to push people there. I thought people would prefer Ko-fi. Do I have to? It says streaming. It says there. I can report abuse to myself. Oh, I'm not logged in. Gosh. Yes. Trying to shoot some troubles. Get page is live. I've given money. Payments and orders. Nope, that's still given money. Your page. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Because I forgot. You're almost there. It looks like you still need to confirm your email address. Click here. Almost there. Yes. Done yet? Click. Okay, so it looks like PayPal decided to poop itself. Oh no. I'm doing this entirely through bookmarks on what is it? LibreWolf, which doesn't save any passwords. So we are doing everything with the fun mouse. Everyone behold the fun mouse. Verification code. That's, I don't know why when I'm tinkering I always go to the Halo music. Authentication paste. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I hope this is still fun. Oh my lord. Here, look, guy. Boop, 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 boop. I like the mouse. Leave me alone. Oh my god. Why you got to start at the US? I'm in Australia. I gotta scroll the way up. Yep. So the answer to the question is I didn't properly connect everything. We've almost done. Check here to see if you're ready to go. Looks like your email. Yep, cool. Can I? Yes. Check here. Yes. All right. I think that's as much troubleshooting as I'm going to be able to do on stream. I will handle this a bit later, and I appreciate the options for generosity, and I'm going to try and fix this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is not fair on you as people at all. I also don't know how to be like, oh my god, yes, let me fix it so you can give me money. You can do that if you want, but we're gonna paint now. We're gonna paint now, and we're gonna not think about it, okay? Okay, give it to Holly. I didn't realize it wasn't working, and I even had the damn bot in there too. God damn it. I meant to be a tech person. I can't even tech right. I can only tech wrong. Oh. Hey! You bitch. You fucking... I can't believe I proved you right. I was trying so hard. If I'm honest as well, I completely forgot you said that. I should have been on the ball a bit more. God damn. PayPal doesn't like gays. They really struggle with us. For some reason it thinks that I haven't got a authenticated PayPal account, but I've been using it for years, so I gotta like sit down and do some stuff, but I've got maybe 10 minutes to do that today. But it will be ready. I will have it ready for Thursday while we're playing Ni no Kuni. And Holly, your Ko-Fi isn't on your page, so I have to look for it. I ended my Stripe account and PayPal refuses to... Yeah, PayPal really hates Holly. She got banned in like 4 seconds. I've never seen that before. Now, does this little bastard have any metal on him? Oh, he does, but I'm not going to do that until later. Oh my gosh. So, this is a mini I got from Mantic Games. They had a sale on a while ago on like... excuse me. They had a sale on a while ago for some Undead dudes from like 2 versions ago, and that's what a bulk of this is going to be. Yeah, she got her password and she got banned before she could put her address in. Like, it was wild. I don't know how she did it. But yeah, no, I got Patreon working. Which is fun. Which means when I do my actual play podcasts and stuff like that, I can do Patreon. The whole, hey, you're listening to a podcast that is ad-free. And then do that for both the free and the paid tier, and just tell people, if you want to give me money, you can give me money. Or if you want to listen to good show, you can also give me money and good show. Or not give anyone money and just have a good show, because the world is already too expensive and people deserve good things. And I think I'm rambling a little. This guy's got a kneecap and one shoe. Half a shoe. I can see his little toesies. This is better. This is what the undead shoes should be like. You shouldn't be able to put them on, what's that feet pic site that everyone talks about? Twitter. It's got, you shouldn't be able to post there for the undead. Just general life rules. Just talking now, I do apologize. I get paid too much sitting here watching you lose. Oh, you're a sweetie egg. I will do my best to have that work at some point, but I just don't want people to pay Amazon if they're going to be stealing people's data and shoving it around. Oh my gosh, I just realized that the stream avatars are behind me for some reason on this feed. Damn it. Stream avatars. You know what? You can be in the front of all of it. So 3, 2, 1, wipe. Haha. Good. You are deserving to be in front of my face. Bare minimum. Alright. Spear. Hand. Oh my gosh. I think I made a weaker coffee today, and is not strong enough to keep me in the land of the living. But talking shit, well, that I can do without the caffeine. So if you're all happy to hear me talk shit for a little longer, I'm gonna keep going. And once this silver is done, I'll be so much happier. Oh my gosh, it's so much. It's so much silver. I don't even know if it's showing up on camera. Yeah, it is a little bit, I suppose. Whew. Alright. Helmet boy. Boy with the helmet. Helmet boy. Boy with the helmet. Helmet boy. Helmet boy. Boy with the helmet. Helmet boy. What's this one? Spiritfarer. I need to play Spiritfarer. It's really sad, and sometimes... Yeah, I want meeting god amounts of coffee. Or ADHD meds. Or both. But probably just one. I think I'd like to keep my heart intact. But the coffee at the moment is cold. And while cold coffee can be nice, it is nice, honestly. I made a decision, and I'll show you that decision in just a moment once I finish this guy's little thigh shield. I decided it'd be a really good idea to get a coffee mug that looks as different as possible to my cleaning cup. And so I've got this really wide but really shallow mug, which is great because I'm not tempted to wash my coffee in this like I did yesterday. But a lot of surface area on the top, which means all the hot gets out, which isn't great. It's still coffee though. I could kill for an energy drink. I'm likely going to have 1 or 2 tonight anyway, so I shouldn't have one during stream. Because it'll take a little bit of a kick in the pants for me to be a human being while playing Lancer tonight. Although, I'm excited for that one. That's that game is our first level 2 game where I am made a character that is almost entirely drone based. I really don't you call them foul. Those Ractagino mugs are a actual goal of mine. I've already got Picard's Earl Grey tea mugs. I need the Ractagino ones. Yes. Beaker-shaped nonsense. It will fit in the cupboard. You just got to like put some with the butt down and then some with the lip down, and then they'll stack nicely together. Like a tiered system. Look, I think that's enough. Yeah. All right. Ractagino mugs are legit one of my like goal pieces. So if you ever find them, Holly, they would be an amazing gift. If you want to win the relationship, that's how you do it. All right, time for bones. Yeah, okay, that's fair. I'm gonna try and be really neat with this bone stuff because I want to paint over it with the dirty bone color. If I make them thick enough, the glass. Well, they're not glass; they're ceramic. Yeah. And you know what? I wouldn't be remiss with them being like plastic, so they can be Ractagino shaped sippy cups, because I find that deeply amusing, but also quite practical. I would like my Ractagino served ass up, please, as God intended. Up. Maybe I should have done the bones first, you silly thing. There's a lot of them. Why are there so many bones in horses? Who put them all there? And why? That's a tailbone with like little bits of hair, so I'll just do the bone. I wonder how accurate this is, because am I learning something about horse anatomy with this mini? Is this technically zoological work? Why is everyone hating on the Ractagino cup? I really like them. At least they're not Cardassian. I feel like Cardassians are gonna like drink Ractagino out of the spoons on each other's heads. It's a group activity to get caffeinated, you see. Horse. Skelly horse is quite the challenge. But I think it's a bit of permission to be a bit messy. Which, again, if you've been sticking around today, you know that getting a little messy is not uncommon for me. Bah. Alright, I'm going to finish this leg. We're going to take a short break. I'm going to check on the 3D print to see if we can put Boss Monster in its box. No. Goldu Cut doesn't allow people to lick his gross spoon head. He only is a licker. He's not the licky. Because that would be gay. And on that note, I think it's time for our second break. Please look after yourselves. Go stretch your legs. And we'll be back soon enough with more forehead spoon licking goodness. Hello, and we're back. And yeah, Ocelot, I'm really... I hope those are the rules now. Oh, I forgot. I gotta... I had to get jelly beans. They're important. Mostly because I wanted them. Alright, close that. Yeah, we were talking about whether or not it's gay for a Cardassian to lick out the spoon of another Cardassian. Yeah, I got a kilo of them. Yeah, it arrived. It was great. The sherbet lemons are so much better than the grocery store ones. The weird New Zealand cinnamon things taste like somewhere between a cinnamon flavored toothpaste and a breath mint, but in like a weird, not sure if good or bad kind of way. I don't think Holly's eaten any hot tamales yet. And I got jelly beans. Which, between jelly beans and Kinder chocolate, my favorite candies. Maybe Skittles, but I think I just like Skittles because they remind me of jelly beans. I'm a simple creature. Very easy to understand and exploit. I like little skeleton men on horses, jelly beans, B, C, D, and E grade movies, and of course, Yuri. All the important things in the world. Now, our skeleton horse has much more of a spine than I anticipated, which is cool. Better than modern political landscapes, but it does mean that I've got to be really light-handed with my painting, otherwise all the white will get everywhere. Again, like the modern political landscape. And there's a lot of white in places under and near where I've already painted. Jelly beans. I don't know how Australian candies compare. I didn't put gloves on. Yeah, you get to deal with my hands, folks. I apologize if my hands gross you out. Combination of dermatitis and dermatophagia. Doesn't leave very pretty hand model hands. You're in a flash flood warning? I mean, there's clouds outside. I've got the air on, so I stay a little comfortable without the fan noise getting in the microphone because I've only got a cheapie. But flash flooding, please be safe. My gosh. I also started the process to confirm my details with PayPal, which is what the holdup was. So once Kofi is happy and go lucky, I will and it should be done by Thursday. Okay. Horse bones. Oh, they're getting close, huh? Almost painted them orange. But yeah, please be safe, Huck. That sounds... I mean, it sounds fun because I like the rain, but it's danger, you know? It's fun danger, like a roller coaster or an active shooter. No, that's a terrible joke. It's just fun danger. Just be careful. Sorry, when I get tired, my jokes really take an odd turn. I gotta remember I'm on a public forum, recorded. Alright. Oh, right. The skeleton man riding the skeleton horse has a skeleton too that I need to paint white. Skeleton. Do you have feet? Oh, there's a little bit of bone there. Gosh, there's not a lot of guy. It's mostly armor. You wouldn't know about the shooters. Yeah, I know. Same. Like, the worst thing my high school had was the highest teen pregnancy rate in the country that year. And, you know, now it's mostly known for ice. The drug. Gosh, there's a skin on this paint. I don't think I've been here that long. I've not had that happen before. Yeah, Holly knows more about that sort of stuff than I do. Growing up in Victoria, I was in a small hick country town in Queensland. I'm what you might call sheltered, in fact. What did you call me before, Ocelot? I can't remember. Demure? I am but an innocent in this wide world of nonsense. Do not harm me and do not spite. Oh, gosh, so much skeleton. I'm really, really excited to like do the skeleton horde wash on this lot. It's like a thin yellow. I would like to say hey to the... What Holly's told me... Yeah, not Northern Queensland. Right on the border with New South Wales. My school was like 300, 400 kids maybe. Not overly exciting, but all people had to do was continue their line and get high. And if you're in my friend group, do Family Guy quotes at each other until we all pass out. Yeah, a lot of Italian family stuff too, so there was like mostly Italian migrants, which made them really cliquey, which is great. Like, it took me years to be able to eat Italian food not from home, because most of the restaurants were just the best fucking things in the world, but it became very cliquey. Like, you had to, if you're a part of a certain family, they couldn't hang out with other families and stuff like that. It's very interesting. There's not a lot there. Do you have skeleton? Yeah, you've got some bones I can see. Good, 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 good. Oh, I love when I can see the bones. I need a little more water. I don't think I've heard of the Diamond Valley. My knowledge of Australian anything is somewhere between through the eyes of a Norfolk first-generation migrant or through a serial killer's So I'm not exactly the best person to know places. Hey Louis, remember that time I followed Moxie Raccoon on Twitter? What are you doing? What are you talking about? Who's Louis? Lois! Fuck. 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 I thought you were making a Louis Theroux joke, and I got really confused. I swear I'm smarter than this. Not by much. Honestly, maybe not. Who knows? Jury's out on that one. So, I've got one guy here. One of three, at least. I did mention Family Guy. Yeah, no, I got it. I just thought... Because I'm a huge Louis Theroux fan. And I thought you were making a joke. I was like, how did Ocelot know that I like Louis Theroux? And how does that make you feel? Oh, gosh. Holly! Your breath is gonna smell great, but you're gonna feel like shit. You just ate a whole tube of toothpaste, effectively. You poor thing. I'm having an interesting challenge with this guy. He's got no bones exposed, but it's all flesh. So I'm just painting him this. I don't know what white this is. I got it from somewhere. But I'm gonna go over it with like a flesh tone afterwards. Opposite of clean teeth there, egg. Mostly sugar, but smells good. Like it feels like you've cleaned your teeth. Like kids' toothpaste that's mostly just candy. Oh, this is a good face design. Can you see his? Can you see him face? See how good design? I need a fucking better camera. Oh dear. Ideally, I'd really like to have a permanent rig. This is set up on my desk where I normally play games, so I pack it down when I'm done. I might eventually work my way up to having a permanent, like, painting rig set up, which could be fun. Could be lots of fun, honestly. But we just do impromptu. We do what we must as it comes. So we've got little hands, little grabbers. This guy's got little grabbers, and oh, he's got a nail through his chest, just like those guys from that one book by that one Mormon. Except there's no nails through his eyes. It wouldn't be that hard to do, actually, though. Though I don't think old iron eyes is something I'd want to put into a mini space, because then people might think I'm a Brandon Sanderson fan. And no hate on Brandon Sanderson fans, but I'm not a Brandon Fanderson. Yeah, white skin zombie. Oh, bit on your shoulder there. Right. Ghoul is looking gould. Skelly boy. I do apologize for the ramblings. I do say things that I don't. When I'm on these streams, it's very much stream of consciousness. which maybe is what I should call them. But I'm having fun, and if you're all still here, then that means you've consented and are giving me an indication that you're enjoying it. So that's how I'm taking it. I appreciate your consent and willingness to hear my nonsense. I enjoy the vocal stimmies. Yeah, it's... I don't know if I vocally stim on here. I definitely do at home. I am at home. I definitely do in person. But I'm gonna keep going. Just learning how to do this still. I'm still a stream baby, you know? Still don't know what do and how be and who this, you know? Though I am looking forward to playing more Ni no Kuni on Thursday. For those here last week, I have changed the screen. Oh, sorry, I left what? No, you're right. You don't need to apologize for leaving. I'm just assuming you're work lurking. Anyway. I lost my train of thought. Oh, no. Oh, yes. For those that were here last week, I've changed the schedule up a bit because I wanted to actually have a break midweek instead of doing 3 days in a row because I hit a wall. So I'm doing 2 days, 1 day off, 2 days. So I will be streaming from 12:30 till 3:30 on Thursday and on Friday as well. And then Friday night, I've got our first online board game session, which the link for that is in Holly's Discord on Holly's Discord in the tabletop section. Oh, joking about still being here, but yeah, in and out. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm bad at jokes when people tell them at me and they have to do with RSD. Such a sensitive little dingus. Trying to get past that. There's something interesting about rejection sensitivity and wanting to be a stream person and community builder. It means that you've got to deal with your own bullshit, and that sucks. Alright. I have finished all the bones, and now I must... what do I do here? Got a lot of options. There's still a lot of purple. Oh, jelly bean. Yeah, RSC sucks. I am going to go and grab some gold and some bone color. Who took my bone color? Here we go. Alright, we have Skeleton Horde, and we have, what is this? Retributor Armor? Like, gold. We have gold. And I thought, because I've got that horrible little ghoul man, this one says Gilliman Flesh, which is almost like ghoul. No. You don't give off any vibes like that. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? It's really hard, Holly. I don't know how you do this. Blah. All right. We got Lord of the Lords, and oh, in the future. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. I have a principle because I do not believe I have autism, but I have a lot of people in my life important to me that do. So what I end up doing a lot of the time is be really direct when something upsets me or in any way irks me or gives me bad vibes. So if something happens like that at any point for any reason, I tend to be honest about that because I hate not knowing when someone's upset with me. So I make it very, very clear when I'm a little bit miffed. I find that as an information thing. I acknowledge that I started this by saying, hey, I don't think I'm autistics, but then do something like that. Hey, autists is fine, Twitch. I didn't think I did, but my sister said she's getting tested and to just really look at her parents. Yeah, look, my brother was told recently that the daycare my nephew goes to suspects he might have ADHD, which A, as Holly pointed out, probably not something that they should do, and B, yeah, look at me, look at him, look at our father. We're all kind of like that. Yeah, no, your peer-reviewed is valid. So that's all I am at the moment. I'm just going to my GP to see if they'll give me the drugs, to see if they work, because, gosh, it's tricky some days. Oh, this gold is nice. Yeah, that'll look good with mud on it. Sorry, I got distracted. What was I saying? ADHD, autism. Yeah. Peer review is helpful. But yeah, no, I just have so many people in my life that would benefit in one way or another from being open, honest, and direct. So I only tend to be subtle with people I don't like or people I view as neurotypical, which typically means people I don't like. So, oh, that's so good. Okay, awesome. I hope things go well. I still got to do the online test stuff and give them to my GP to be like, hey, what do you think? But let us know how you go. That's awesome. I hope you get something good out of it. This guy's got a brooch. All right. These little clippies are gonna be in gold. Everything else looks fine. Little gold boy, look at it shine. Look at it shine. I gotta do the full pay lots of money one. Oh no. Not the pay lots of money. You don't need... I gotta pay lots of money to be like, hey, do you think I need some help? I'm clearly doing okay enough to earn lots of money. As Vic still doesn't do... Vic... I'm always shocked at, like, the weird things Victoria and New South Wales are, like, behind the times on. It's always the most random bullshit. Like... Especially when it comes to, like, trans healthcare and stuff, too. Like, it's all just state by state stuff is so nonsense here. Alright. Gold on you is done. I've done a few questionnaires and my psychs were like, yeah, you probably have. Let's go with that. Yeah, see, that's all you need. He just like, hey, there you go, just help, please. I just want to be like you and be able to do my life in a way that pleases me. Getting in September, but I was like, let's get it done. Yeah. Putting it off is it's such a thing, right? Like, if you have ADHD, especially ADHD, and they're like, hey, come back to us next week and do all these really big tests, you're on your own. What the fuck? I'm not going to remember to do that. That's not helpful. That's not fair, in fact. I got my stuff to do for the doctor and then immediately forgot to do it because, like, it's hard. And they sent it to my phone and I can't edit PDFs on my phone. That's not easy. So if it's not easy, I'll just put it off till later. And later will come someday. You know? I don't know. I'm probably not making a lot of sense. But, like, there's the The friction's too hard for me sometimes. I feel like gold on this shield might be too much, but I can start there. And I had to call the place 3 times to confirm when my appointment was. Yeah. Gosh. You do to me. Yeah, okay. I appreciate that. Vic is going a step better than Queensland and offering GP training before going live with ADHD. Oh no, they didn't do that? Oh, no wonder my doctor was confused. Shit. Shit, foot, mouth, welcome. Oh my god. Fucking Queensland. Oh my god. No, I would not be surprised if Queensland's like, hey guys, make him do these online quizzes. Oh, this is amazing. Yeah, Mark's really good for this sort of stuff. There's I can't keep up with policies and politics, but they've got a lot of experience and a lot of expertise. Honestly, Mark's great. Fuck, that's so funny, and it's so bloody Queensland too. What the fuck? Oh, excuse me. I think I've been talking too long today. Let me just finish up this little guy's shield, and then I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. Look how bright that is. It's too bright. He's got symbols on the shield too, which I hope will show up with a black wash. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, no, I can absolutely see Queensland just being like, hey, we're gonna let people say that ADHD and drugs, please. Just make them do these online quizzes and check their heart rate. Because I got the ECG part done. I was in Queensland when it passed, moved to Vic, and we're looking at diagnosis. Yeah. Any luck in that regard, or are you just waiting as well? It feels too much to put gold on skeletons. Hoping that if I am diagnosed, then when Vic brings it out, it's a lot easier to get meds. Yeah. See, when I have looked at GP yet. Yeah. I went through the diagnosis process with my my GP, who's also my gender doctor. I'm lucky enough that my gender doctor is a general practitioner as well, and I've been working with her on getting off of antidepressants, getting onto the beta blockers that allow me to do this stream, and getting the ADHD diagnosis, because when you start throwing in that many drugs, like I'm on HRT, and like not a traditional HRT either, and then I'm also not on a traditional headache medication script. So if I'm got all this wild stuff in my head and my liver, I'd rather have the one person dealing with it, not someone where I live at the moment who, like, the area near us doesn't have really anyone that has any indication as to what the fuck to do with a trans person, despite there being like easily triple digits of us in this town, on this area. That's probably a better way to put it. So you have to do a lot of legwork when it comes to just a general GP going in, and I can't imagine finding one so far in Melbourne, because I know that from what Holly's told me, the medical system in Melbourne's a hell of a lot better than here. having them believe anything a Queensland doctor does as like good, useful, and apt, I think would be a bit of a challenge. But hey, like I said, I ramble. So getting on the ADHD stuff will be good, but I just need to pull my finger out and actually do it. And so instead, I decided to start streaming. Good times, good times. Anywho. His horse has nearly got all of his gold bits done, and then I'm going to drench him in mud. I think mud will make this a lot more fun for us, don't we all think? Fucking hell. Come on. Focus up. Small details, big brush. Small details, big brush. I should get those magnifying glasses with the light on them, so I can be the creepy girl at the mini painting store. They're so bizarre. They make you look like a frog. It's great. I got a friend who's been thinking about getting them for himself, and I want to try them out. And I don't have any trouble seeing. I just think they're funny. Which probably isn't a great idea. Probably shouldn't make fun of people. Make light is probably the best way to say it. Make light of people who have vision issues. Gotta run some errands. Thank you for the comfy co-crafting. Alright, see ya, Ocelot. I hope you have a really lovely rest of your day, and once you finish your beating, let us know. I'd love to see it. I try and be as comfy as possible. Yep. Oh, I've been down that road. Egg, it's a toughie. Things like family stuff got in the way when I was doing that, and even then it was like, oh, you went twice? Yeah, that'll be $700, I think it was. Far too much for someone to sit and question my gender at me for an hour and then tell me to go find some documents that my mum has that she wouldn't let me have because, and I quote, she's fine with the trans thing, just not the ADHD, which, weird hill to die on, but hey. It's like, you understand that most of the stuff that I'm taking is chemical, right? It's not exactly like, she had this weird idea that HRT was more natural than ADHD meds. She's a bit of a yeah, yep, $1,300. It's too much. Like, if I feel like having ADHD shouldn't cost the same as, like, I don't know, what's that these days? That's like a PlayStation or something. I value everything in terms of PlayStations. So maybe it's 1.5 PlayStations? I'm really curious if this song's going to get me flagged, but I should be alright. Didn't get tested because being a teacher, had seen what it did to kids and didn't want that. That's interesting. What did she mean by what it did to kids? Like what having ADHD did to kids or having autism did to kids? Because getting it tested doesn't make it happen. Or is she more concerned about like what happens when you medicate or miss your medication? That's a really interesting one. Fascinating, in fact. What the meds did to the kids. Ah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. That's the thing, though, that I've heard a lot of people talk about how neurodiversity is something that you don't exactly learn to live with or learn to cope with. But the fact that when you're neurodiverse or live with a neurodiversity, life with you don't get better at dealing with it. It actually becomes a harder thing to deal with as you get older. Very dyslexic. Yeah, that sucks. That would have made schooling really hard. I've always struggled with like math and stuff because I've got aphantasia. I can't do math or do anything in my head really. Which is interesting because it's not the aphantasia that does that, because I know other people with aphantasia and they're fine. Yeah, teachers often become hypervigilant. Yeah. I think that's why my sister-in-law is taking the potential of her son having ADHD as like her fault somehow. But again, that's just people showing their colors. I don't know what to do with the rest of this guy's helmet, but the gold is coming through really nicely. Finding these little details, and I don't know. What do you get? I don't think the foot soldiers should have gold on them. Maybe yellow? They're cheaper. It can become a barrier to a lot of things, including goodness. Yeah. And if you're in a religious area as well, it becomes a significant moral failing in a lot of people's eyes, which sucks. When I was working at the university, one of the lecturers... Yeah. I had concentration issues in high school and had a lot of problems, both socially and with concentration. But none of my teachers flagged it, and it's not on any of my report cards because I was smart enough to just kind of get past it, or get through without raising any eyebrows. It's really interesting. I'm surprised most of us get as far as we'd get. Gifted kid burnout's real. Absolutely real. Oh my lord. Yeah, alright. I like the idea of giving these guys a like a base yellow instead of gold. With the highest scores in social studies for my year, and everything I wrote fit on 2 post-its. Yeah. Being concise, being intelligent, being able to handle academic spaces is a skill in of itself that is incredibly tricky to quantify when it comes to like ADHD and stuff like that. Like, I'm a creative dork, right? But I've always been really, really good at technical things without having to really try. So when I was doing high school, it was 3D modeling and like architectural drawing and stuff like that, technical drawing, and I was really, really good at it. I really enjoyed it. But I'll be damned if any of that actually meant that I comprehended what I was doing or learned anything. I had the same thing in uni. Like, I actively argued with the teacher that with the lecturer that we had, that because I didn't learn anything, I shouldn't have to pay. I took it straight to the head of school and everything, and they've never had a student complain, ask and argue that their marks should be lowered because their teacher didn't teach them anything. How could I have gotten a HD if I didn't learn? But I don't know. I think I'm just a shit. Maybe I'm just a shit. I've always found more success in self-directed education than other things. And if anyone's been on my other streams, you'll know that when I get tired, my ability to read and comprehend just goes straight into the toilet. I'll catch up and chat in just a second. I got the highest test results for science, but almost failed because I didn't do my assignments. When I was a kid back in the last century, if you didn't have the behavioral issues, it didn't count. My mother, who was a teacher, was told multiple times by my teachers that there was something she refused to test, but she refused to test. When I got my autism diagnosed at 40, her response was, "No, you're not, but I think I am." Yeah, I had a similar thing with my dad when I did the psychiatrist route initially, where we were doing the tests. I don't think you were disruptive as a kid, but I know I was. I'm like, okay, well, this is about me, but sure. Oh dear. Oh. Okay. I have poor fine motor skills and a hand twitch, so writing was tedious and painful. And if I had to copy anything out, then that thing isn't getting done. Yeah, right? It's not... System's not for us, is it? We get to be in service to it and not a part of it. Alright. Gilly flash time. I got bored painting yellow, so we're getting skin tone. Sorry. Just... jumping back and forth. I've got like a little bit of time left before I got to go do stuff. And I'm really feeling the need to have a quick 30-minute nap. And yeah, I need to get better with my stamina, but it's taking a while to get it up there. Stream stamina. It's its own stat block, really. It's talking for super duper long amount of time and trying to remain engaging and entertaining and everything. And I think part of it, I don't know if it's just a me thing, but I get pre-exhausted to things. So if I know I've got a big day coming up, I'm tired before it starts. And today and yesterday, having streamed then TTRPGs, while super exciting and making me really, really happy inside that I've got people to engage with and I got a bit of social stuff happening. Boy, am I tired. Yeah, the yappiness is hard. I feel like I'm just talking shit and like, why would anyone listen to me? But then I look over and there's 8 fucking people in here. And I'm like, what are you people doing? How have I kept you in this room? I'm sorry I've tricked you into listening to my rambling. Again, there's the RSD coming out. But I don't know. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting used to it. I've done radio before, but that's in 5-minute increments. So it was just like, and coming up next is this by this guy. Isn't he great? And then everything just stops for a bit and you can rest. But this doesn't have that built into it because why the fuck would anyone come here to listen to things in 5-minute increments? So we are drying slowly. The gloss is coming through. You can see it best here. It's all shiny, glossy. I think this will be 24 hours to properly dry on the eye, but I'm pretty happy with that. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm gonna let things dry for a bit. I'm gonna put my... we are really just ghosts. Yeah, I guess you don't really exist in a lot of ways to me, but I also know most of you in person, so that's a different story. What can I do for the last 15 minutes? I've got nothing. You know what? Let's have a look at this guy again. So the horse guy is the one that I'm honestly most nervous about. Let's get the skeleton horde wash, shall we? I think that's a good start. Especially that at... Don't know who you were tagging. And if you... I think that's the joke. Oh, at Holly. Okay, yeah. She's the most ethereal of us all. Fucking getting me today. Oh, hey Ray, thank you. Hi Ray, I hope you're doing okay. And she would have just finished work too. 4:30. Oh, wow. I hope the monotony of job applications is is doing you two okay. I'm trying not to think about the need to do that. Not that I'm like running out of money, but like I really would like to be creative instead of going back into a corporate environment, because I'll probably not do well. Combination of migraines, depression, and just being a gay little freak. No, who knows? That's Mark's partner. Mark's a friend from where we are who's moved to Melbourne recently, and I really appreciate that you two both join in on our streams as often as you do. It's a really nice way to connect without being weird about it. Yeah, they do. They really bloody do. I just don't want to be an adult. I'd rather just be a goober that does things on the internet and can write and just live, you know? Sure, my work might be... Oh, wow. Oh, alright. Almost got all the bones put together. Almost got all the bones. No, I like hiring. You get taller. We elevate those. It's an elevation position, you see. Oh, that's right. You're both in Vic. Yeah, that's pretty cool. See, community is important. I think Mark's on Holly's Discord as well. Or you can whisper or whatever. But whatever works. All right. I think we've got skelly bones. I just need to figure out what color are horse hooves. Are they black? Why can't I think of what color horse hooves are? I don't like horses, so... Yeah, I'll think about it. Oh dear. Oh, Egg, you're such... Egg's good people. So is Mark. Everyone's good people. You're all good people. If you weren't good people, I would have banned you already. Do I have ban ability here? I should do. That's how this works, right? Oh dear. Okay, friends. I think I'm going to call it a bit early because I'm dipping real quick. And I also forgot to pee on my break again, and I don't think it's fair to make you wait for me to pee while I go and then just have you sit here before going on the end of streaming. So let's try and find someone out there doing something interesting for us all to join in on. But before I do, we have a horse skeleton horse. We have a couple of guys. Anytime, Mark. Anytime. And my favorite, the Gilliman's Ghoul, is coming out quite nicely. So we'll keep going on those. I'll send some progress pics up on my my Patreon and stuff, so you can all see actually what things are looking like. But let's raid someone. Who have we got today? What do we got? What do we got? Same old subliminal gaming. Let's go check out Sari's Pathfinder 2E game, shall we? I'm a big fan of Pathfinder. Mark used to be my GM for Pathfinder 2E, and honestly, that system is glorious. So go check Sari out. She's fantastic. and you'll have a wonderful time. Bye bye, everyone.